Welcome everybody to a very special episode of the RedFlex. I'm currently watching Newcastle versus Liverpool. It's 0-0 at the moment. Considering that we've got a massive game against Liverpool coming up, it's going to be very important. It's a game that I look forward to so much already, especially because Man United are doing so well. The performances have instilled a lot of hope in fans, including myself. We're dreaming of a Premier League championship, and I think that in itself you could say is disappointing because we're Manchester United, we're the biggest club in the world, so we shouldn't be dreaming of winning Premier League titles. We should just win Premier League titles, but obviously it's been 7 years. It's a long time. And it feels good that we're, on the brink of being and feeling like Man United once again. To be honest with you, I don't usually watch the Liverpool games because I couldn't really care less about them. I'd probably say I hate Liverpool the most. Nothing personal, but just in terms of football in itself, in terms of competitive self, I don't like them, and it hurt that they won the Premier League trophy last season. It hurt the fact that there's a lot of people that I couldn't look in the eye because I know that if I said something, they would just go, oh, Liverpool won the title, or what's up with Man United, what's wrong with them, almost becoming a laughing stock. So that would make it very difficult for a fan, going into work or whatever you're doing. There's that little bit of disappointment that you're carrying around when Man United are not doing what they should be doing. So, putting all that into one, that's why the game against Liverpool is so important. Yeah, fair enough. We might beat Liverpool, and we might finish outside the top four. So I was speaking to my friend Zaf, and he was saying, don't make winning at Anfield the end all be all, because we could win that and then, finish outside the top four. So that doesn't mean that if we lose there, it's the end of the day. But the reason why I'm saying it's so important, the reason why I'm looking forward to this game so much is it's that home record that Liverpool got at Anfield. And I've always said it, I've said it on previous shows as well, Man United are the team that break the records. Whenever anybody's on a streak, it's Man United that ends them. Just ask Arsenal fans; they'll tell you all about it. So that's why I'm watching Newcastle versus Liverpool, and I thought let's do a little bit of a RedFlex exclusive scout report on what I'm seeing. And if I'm very frank, I think Liverpool, they are a good team from what I've seen. They've played some really good stuff. They've created some good chances. However, right at that last minute when you need that bit of quality, either luck's gone against them or the first touch has not been good enough. For Firmino had a chance in the first half. His touch was poor. Salah, Mane, they've all been guilty of that. So taking that into account, I don't think they're in the best of form from what I've seen. And so far from the defence that I've seen as well, they've got, I think it's called Phillips and Fabinho at centre-back. That Phillips looks absolutely shaky. He looks dodgy. If you think Maguire and Lindelof are liabilities, or you think Baye's a liability, this Phillips kid, he's a liability. Is it Phillips? Is it Williams? Well, he's the guy who's playing centre-back. I think it's Phillips. I'll double check that. before uploading this video. But the centre-back, he looks absolutely shaky when they're passing it around in front of their box because Newcastle are quite deep at the moment. If I'll be honest, Fabinho looks very assured. He's got a nice pass. He's strong. He's getting to most of the headers. But Phillips, he looks shocking. He can't pass. He's not the quickest. And if we play against Liverpool defensive, I think that plays in their hands. I think we need to press high against Liverpool, and we need to surprise the Liverpool players, because the Liverpool players, Anfield undefeated, that obviously makes you confident, which makes you play a lot better, makes you play to the maximum of your ability. But in order for us to show dominance in that game, we can still, play smartly, cautiously, but we can still be aggressive at the right moments. And I think we should press them high, not all the way through, but at certain points where we sense that there's a little bit of signs for us to press and win that ball, or any sign of mistake. So I think that's something that I've noticed. Also, one thing that I've noticed as well, every time there's a free kick or there's a goal kick for the opposition, so normally, obviously, the players normally go right, in a bunch in front of the box, and you can, chuck the ball into the box and you can cause chaos. But what I've noticed here is that Liverpool actually have all their players real high up, so literally like 5 to 7 yards just inside their own half, which kind of compresses the space in which you can try and hurt Liverpool, and then they will kind of do that Gangnam press that you would say, and surround you and win the ball, and then break with pace, with Mane, with Salah, and with Firmino connecting it all as an orchestrator, you could call it. But what I think we should do is, instead of kicking it long against them, I think that's what they want. They're waiting for you to chuck the ball so they can win it off you as soon as possible. In those situations, I think we should keep the ball and kind of pass it out. And I know that in previous videos I've said that I don't enjoy it when we do that, and we shouldn't do it because we're not good at it. I've said that previously. But against Liverpool, although we have to respect Liverpool, what you need to remember is Liverpool have to respect Manchester United. They have to respect the fact that Manchester United will break at you with pace, speed, and they can destroy you if you leave space in behind you. Ask Leeds what happened. Leipzig at home, 5-0. So there's been plenty of examples where we've exploited that, in my opinion. So Liverpool are going to know that. They're going to realise that. So I don't think they're going to press as ferociously or as high as they normally do, because they're going to inside think we don't want to get we don't want to get done on the counter, especially without Van Dijk. So I think we can cause Liverpool massive problems. I know that we're not playing Liverpool right now, but I'm super, super excited for this game at Anfield. Liverpool have got their undefeated record on the line. Man United are on the way back. It's hopefully going to be a collision at that point between first and second. Who knows, we might be first by then, in case Liverpool don't win this game. But after a long time, especially in the pandemic, there's a game that I'm looking forward to. Liverpool versus Man United. So my recording stopped, memory was full, but I finished off the game. The goalkeeper made a great save for Newcastle, Darlow, just before 90th minute. Liverpool players, they were getting frustrated. Robertson was kicking off with the referee, got a yellow card. We went into injury time. Liverpool huffing, puffing, couldn't get the job done. A lot of possession Liverpool had towards the end. But ultimately, Klopp is frustrated. Jurgen Klopp knows that Manchester United are in this title race. They could only draw at St James's Park. It's finished Newcastle 0, Liverpool 0. And let me tell you all, Man United are firmly in this Premier League race. The RedFlex.
Please like, comment and subscribe.